What is slowly changing dimensions? Slowly changing dimensions is also known as SCD. Dimensions that change slowly over time, rather than changing on regular schedule, time base. So that we can keep track of changes in dimension attributes in order to report historical data. Type of dimensions. 1. Type 0 SCD. 2. Type 1 SCD. 3. Type 2 SCD. What is Type 0 SCD? Type 0 SCD is a passive method. In this method no special action is performed upon dimensional changes. Some dimension data can remain the same as it was first time inserted, other may be overridden. A Type 0 dimensions does not update a value if it changes. So for example, here we have data source on top and customer dimension on bottom just showing single record. Here data source showing customer ID as V1, customer name is Vinit and customer type as corporate. And customer dimension showing record of V1. Now if the source system changes from corporate to retail we do nothing to change customer dimension. We leave customer dimension as it is to hold the original value. What is Type 1 SCD? Type 1 SCD is overwriting the old value. In this method no history of dimension changes is kept in the database. The old dimension value is simply overwritten with the new one. This type of SCD is easy to maintain. Type 1 dimension keep track of the current value of all attributes. So I am using the same example in which we use one as customer ID, Vinit as customer name and corporate as customer type and data source, and in customer dimension it's showing the record of current data source. Now if data source customer type changes from corporate to retail, we can also change the customer dimension record and keep the current record same as that of data source. So in this Type 1 dimension we don't have the visibility of historical record. Here we keep only current record. What is Type 2 SCD? Type 2 SCD is creating a new additional record. In this SCD all history of dimensions changes is kept in the database. We capture attribute change by adding a new row with a new surrogate key to the dimensions table. Introducing changes to the dimensional model of this type could be very expensive database operations, so it is not recommended to use it in dimensions. In this Type 2 dimension, I am using the same previous example, but here I have added one field in data source that is modified field and 3 field in customer dimension that is effective date, expired date, and current. In data source we have used V1 as customer ID, Vinit as customer name, corporate as customer type which is modified on 1st May 2013. And in customer dimension we have used the same record of data source of V1 with few additional field which show that this customer Vinit is effective from 1st May 2013 and currently V1 is active, that is why expired is showing null and current is 1. Now if in data source customer type change from corporate to retail, then in customer dimension we will get 2 record, one showing the details of previous customer type and another one showing details for current customer type with effective date, expired date and current. Here 0 represent previous one and 1 represent current one. So we can say in Type 2 dimension we will get current as well as historical record. For training, support and consulting inquiries, call us, India, +91 997 799 7254, USA, +1 772 228 6064, mail, training@bispsolutions.com, www.bispsolutions.com, training@bispsolutions.com.